Alright, you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. There's something going on with my ear. My left ear is ringing. It's not ringing actually, it's some other sound. It's like the air conditioner's on in my left ear. It's a low light whizzing sound like the fan in your computer's on. For some reason, yesterday it just started. Maybe the computer's overheating in the old Boyle's head. The fan's on. Jesus Christ, it's been annoying me all day. As soon as I'm in a quiet place, it just starts fucking going. Maybe it's tinnitus. And remember what my retarded advice was to the person who asked about tinnitus in Ask Boyle about fucking 6 months ago or something? Bloodletting. Let's see if I'll use my own advice. Cut the veins in my feet with a razor and just let the blood out and see if the fan turns off. They killed one of the presidents through bloodletting. I think it was George Washington. He had something wrong with him, probably a sore back or something, and they're like, all right, let's fix that with some bloodletting, and he died. It was one of the famous presidents. I might have to go get it checked out, though, because I won't be fucking putting up with that. I'll be going straight to Peru doing some more ayahuasca if it's permanent. I've been thinking about doing that regardless. So I found out the other day when I went back to this job site that I started at, that I was at for like 6 months, 8 months, whatever the fuck it was. There was this guy who worked as a farm worker on site, and I got pretty friendly with him. He was a nice guy, Portuguese guy, rough, but a good guy to talk to. He was a little bit up and down. He was a little bit fucking cranky. Some days he'd be like giving you a hug, and other days he wouldn't even look at you. He would just look straight at the ground and walk past you. But he was a good guy. Anyway, when I was working there, I went through a little period where I was going there in the mornings and just doing nothing. Just sitting in the lunchroom and then going to another job site at lunchtime. Anyway, during that period, it was about 6 weeks, he would come in, and one day he came in and he was like, these fucking cunts out here, these fucking dogs, this and that. I'm like, oh yeah, what's going on here? And he's like, oh, they fucking accused me of stealing. I didn't fucking steal anything. I'm like, did they? They accused you of stealing? He's like, yeah, I borrowed the fucking thing and then I fucking put it somewhere else and they accused me of stealing. And I'm like, I don't know if they would have accused you of stealing. I mean, he did borrow some of our tools a few times and took about a week to get them back, but no one was accusing him of stealing, and no one on this site is even like that. It's a pretty chill site. Anyway, like a few days later, he's like, they're still fucking on me. They're watching me. I know their fucking boss is watching me. He fucking follows me. I know these dogs have ratted on me. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And for about a week or two, it was just like that every day. It escalated. And then eventually he comes in and he's like, they fucking followed me home. They fucking followed me to the gym. The cops were spying on me while I was at the gym. I could fucking see them. I could see the cops. I'm like, oh, all right. I sort of had an inkling. Like, if I was being honest, I fucking knew straight away, but I sort of like was giving him the benefit of the doubt. But I was like, oh, this guy is fucking cooked. But not like drug cooked. I don't think he was like a druggie, but I was like, something's going on here. It seems like schizophrenia of some sort, or like bipolar or whatever. Anyway, when I started back last week at the old job site, I saw some of the farm worker boys and I was like, oh, fucking, where is he? Where's fucking old mate? And they're like, oh, he doesn't work with us anymore. And I'm like, fucking, what happened? And they're like, he got diagnosed with schizophrenia. They had to take him in. I was like, fucking brutal. That's rough. He wouldn't even be one of the worst guys there either. There's a few others floating around that I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're borderline. How are you getting away with this? You should be in the sin bin too. That's what I mean. If you keep these sort of dudes busy, they can get by as long as they're fucking exhausted all the time. They're working, they've got something to do. You can keep them going for a bit. But can you imagine if they're all unemployed and just out there in the street, angry? They're already angry. Now they've got time on their hands and no opportunities and no money, and they're angry at the world, and they're just looking for someone to blame as well. That's where it all comes in, the divide and rule and all that sort of shit. That's why you fucking flood a country full of immigrants. So when this shit does inevitably hit the fan, people will look for a scapegoat, and there's a ready-made scapegoat there, isn't there? People won't actually go after the people that caused everything. Anyway, I digress. What I wanted to do tomorrow, I've had this guy. This brings something else up. This guy has been emailing me about being able to read minds, which I'm not against. I'm not against the mind reader, but I'm going to read it out. He asked me to read it out as well. I'm going to read out a series of emails this guy sent me over a few weeks, and I'll let you be the judge of what's going on here. I'll compile them and I'll read them out tomorrow, and we'll do a little psychoanalysis, won't we? Yeah, let's do it. Anyway, fucking that'll do it for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.